This is your office, Director. According to the rules, I'm supposed to give you a brief introduction.
Skip the introduction. Just give me the key to the file cabinet behind the mural and the key to the safe in the hidden compartment in the floor. Oh, and the code to the gate in the hidden compartment behind the large bookshelf. Forget it. I'll crack it myself.
How many times have you sneaked in before?
Besides the times you caught me? I don't remember, but who cares? This place is mine now. Got anything else to report? If not, just leave me alone.
This is the password for the Tower of Babel's core server, along with the key to the first original archive of historical documents. And here, the highest authority password for the CAVE Central Database. Are you even listening, Director? The CAVE leaders have been notified about the change in Emeon's leadership, and they're planning a remote meeting this afternoon.
Put it off.
Huh?
Or, better yet, you can attend in my place. I didn't become the director just to listen to those blabbering idiots.
Enki. We are Emeon, the mouthpieces of the gods. We are obliged to listen to the prayers of the travelers from all directions and solve their problems. This has been the teaching of the Emeon since it was founded. You are now our director, our spokesperson. You must take your responsibility seriously. It's not something you can just say no to. Ninsar?
I'll go attend the meeting, Nana.
But...
It's fine. I'm a Tasni too.
Back from the meeting with that bunch of morons? Anything interesting? Well, forget about those idiots. I'm about to optimize the foolproof door to version 8.0. Come and see what other questions I can add here.
Nothing special happened this year. All the other beacons, except the black monolith at the Tower of Babel, have stayed quiet.
I knew it. Nana's just so stuck in her ways, to put it politely. She said she listens to the prayers of travelers from all directions when, in fact, she just wants to check for any anomaly and keep tabs on everyone around the world. Obviously, we all know that anomalies have occurred maybe once every decade, if that, over the past century. Seriously, they should just disband this so-called CAVE. When was the last time we heard anything about Nemesis? They've been gone for years. If you ask me, they're smarter for bailing early after seeing the writing on the wall.
But something interesting is going on between Polestar and Cyril.
What's so interesting about countries' politics? They can do whatever for all I care. It's always about famine, plague, and war. Same old boring stuff over and over again. Unoriginal and incredibly stupid.
They're having a contest about the same old boring stuff.
What kind of contest?
They're seeing who can break the speed limit of 7.9 kilometers per second first.
So, who will win?
Cyril.
How much longer till they do it?
24 years from now.
I guess I'll have to pick up my pace.
Pick up your pace for what? Answer my question, Enki.
Or the foolproof door version 8.0, of course! Once it's done, no one will be able to disturb me anymore! This time, I'll add 1,000 questions so those dimwits won't be able to finish the game within their lifetime!
Why did you become the director of Emion, Enki?
Whoa, is the sun going out? Can't believe you're actually asking someone a question!
I know the answer, but I want to hear it straight from you.
Well, I guess I'll have to give you a serious answer, silly sis. Because the director possesses the highest authority, not bound by any rules. Nobody can stop me from doing what I'm about to do, not even you or Nana. When the beacon is activated next time, Ninsar, I'm going into the library, searching for its end. Finally, my journey will begin! Be happy for me, sis!
What's wrong, Ninsar? Why are you sitting here alone, looking so down? Stop it. Both you and Enki are so smart, yet so childish. It's moments like these when I realize you guys are still just kids. Remember, I've watched you both grow up. I can tell when something's up, even if you're trying to hide it.
Nana?
I'm here.
Nana. 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 Enheduanna.
I'm here. Enki is about to leave, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah. Recent events seem to have made him anxious.
Nana, can we shoot down those artificial satellites made by Polestar and Cyril?
Well, if you asked me to destroy the moon, I'd be tempted to give it a shot. Unfortunately, we can't, Ninsar. We can't interfere with those processes. Just like we can't stop geocentric theory from being proposed and heliocentric theory from being discovered. We couldn't stop humanity from discovering that the Earth is round, or stop gravity from making that apple fall. Likewise, we can't prevent the discovery of the gravitational constant, or the launch of the first artificial satellite into the sky. Sooner or later, the rationality of this world will reach a point where it won't tolerate anomalies, or us. At that time, we'll quietly step off the stage for the sake of our compatriots still living in the cave. No need to be sad about it. It's an inevitable process, an unstoppable tide. Sleep, Ninsar, my sweet girl. My poor, sweet girl. Sleep now. Sleep in peace. What are you doing, Enki?
Ninsar complained to me about Sally always bothering her, so I'm making a cradle. This will help Sally fall asleep.
Don't treat Sally like she's some annoying cat. And wait, you're turning Ninsar's clock into a cradle? Isn't that hers?
But Sally is an annoying cat. She's always following us around.
Oh, fine. Let's talk about something else. I just spoke with Ninsar, Enki. You shouldn't have made your sister so sad like that.
She wasn't sad at all, silly Nana. It was all an act. She doesn't get sad.
Fine. Whatever you say. Actually, I didn't come to talk about your sister either. You're well prepared, aren't you?
I am. Are you here to stop me, Enhudwana? Just so you know, even if it's you, I won't back down this time.
Of course not. When your father, Tasney, brought you back from the library, I had a feeling this day would come. You're pretty much like him, and even more like your mother.
Our mother?
Yeah, your mother. Your mom was even more daring than your dad. She gave birth to you while exploring the library, and after entrusting you to Tas, she continued her journey without hesitation. If it weren't for Tas's conscience, you might have ended up as nutrients for the library, I'm afraid.
That's a shame. Such a shame. Why would he go back for an independent life that only inherited half of his genetic information?
Your reaction is truly unusual. But yeah, that's what makes you their child. It's love, Enki. The answer is love. His love for you overcame his faith, and his desire to ensure your survival surpassed his longing for the path ahead.
I don't get what you're saying. Are you talking about the brain's release of phenylethylamine, oxytocin, or dopamine?
No, none of those. Remember this, Enki. No matter what, you and Ninsar are human beings. Only by understanding the vulnerability of being human can you appreciate the significance of strength. And only by knowing the brevity of life can you see the splendor of eternity. Once you understand what I'm talking about, you'll truly become an adult, instead of a kid driven purely by curiosity.
I don't like that look you're giving me, like I'm an idiot.
Well, you are. You know what? You've been calling others idiots this whole time, but you've never realized your own foolishness. Who's the real silly one here?
Hey! I'm not silly.
All right, you're not. I've seen your determination to explore the library. Now, all I can give you is my blessing for the adventure that lies ahead.
And Hidwana!
So, go, Enki. Good luck to you.
I am his mentor, the 372nd director of MAN, and the greatest genius this tower has ever known, beyond the reach of all. That is, I am... Enki Tasni!
Oh, I forgot to mention. My full name is Ninsar Tasni, and the director Tasni you mentioned is my younger brother. Because you didn't ask? I don't give out answers unless I'm asked.
Huh? What's up with all the silence? Why did everyone suddenly get so quiet?
No way! That old man's mentor is a brat. He's a brat.
Hey! Who do you think you're talking to? Cosmos respects me very much. Although he's a mediocrity, he's my apprentice. I can't just let your rude words slide.
She is Cosmos' granddaughter.
Oh, I get it. That makes sense now. It's pretty much like when I'm always calling Enhidwana an idiot. She's trying to show affection to me, right?
Who are you saying is trying to show affection to you? You brat. Zero! Don't cover me now!
Sorry about her misbehavior.
Looks like you're really getting along well. Just like us, right, Ninsar? But then again, who exactly are you guys?
Let me explain.
I see. So you've come from 80 years in the future. This is fascinating! I never expected someone could actually travel through different sectors within the library. I've gained new insights about this place. Can I touch you? Your skull looks normal. No hidden organs, or extra ears or eyes. How do you perceive the abnormal passage of time? Or maybe you don't actively perceive it. Seven cervical vertebrae, 12 thoracic vertebrae, and 24 ribs. Your bone structure is just like that of an ordinary human, so what makes you so special? I don't feel any implants or augmentations under your skin, and based on the echoes, your heart and lungs seem pretty normal too. Well, let's examine your lower back, tailbone, and pelvis.
Master Anki, please be gentle with our seer.
Well, then can I study this plump chicken on your shoulder? How fascinating! A bird that possesses human intelligence and can transform into pure energy! What exactly are you? Can you show me your ability? I mean, the ability to travel through different time sectors. Oh, forget it. Never mind. It feels like cheating if you can just go wherever you want. It's dull. I want to savor the novelty of this library fully. I'd rather take a long route than a shortcut. What are you talking about? Are you thinking I'm a fake or something? The truth verifier? The singularity explosion model? And the complete language? What the heck? I never made any of those.
Master Anki, the librarians gave them different names from what you originally called them. The truth verifier is actually the multi-button self-regulating rhythmic hypnotizer.
Ah, now I get it. That's a remarkable device. You throw a proposition at it, and it just keeps clattering away all night. Perfect for curing insomnia. But those idiots thought it was a waste to have it by my bedside, so they forced me to hand it over. But before I did, I gave it one final task. There are no propositions in the world that this machine can't prove. If they want to hear it clatter, they can listen to it all they want. So how's it going after 80 years? Is it still clattering away?
As you expected, The Truth Verifier still operates to this day, ceaselessly outputting the proof process. We simply cannot repurpose it.
I see. So, what about the singularity explosion model you mentioned?
That is actually your personal cookbook called Singularity Popcorn.
Oh, right! But I thought it was a complete failure. I was trying to calculate the exact space-time coordinates where the shockwave of a singularity explosion would decay just enough to turn corn kernels into popcorn. But the next singularity cycle would take too long for the recipe to come to fruition in my lifetime. So, I chucked that cookbook into the shredder. Wait, did they retrieve it?
Exactly. The librarians retrieved that invaluable book from the shredder.
Seriously, I just don't understand what those idiots are thinking. And what about this complete language? Which one of my genius creations did they misunderstand this time?
That is a brand new language you invented to eliminate all communication barriers between humans. Every word in it is as precise as math.
Oh, so you're calling it the complete language. Well, that's a way better name than what I had in mind. I was going to call it a vulgar language even fools can understand. Those idiots speaking different languages keep annoying me every day. So, to solve the problem once and for all, I dedicated myself to unifying all the swear words in and others into a single language. All I need to do is unleash a string of curses in that language, and anyone, anywhere in the world will perfectly understand what I mean. I'm busy, so stop bothering me and get lost! And the best part? It retains the emotional essence of the original obscenities!
Enki, they're here in this era because they need something from you.
Oh, right. You guys are here for that copper sphere, right? Got any specifics on it?
Yes, it is here.
Awesome, let me take a look. Nope, never seen it before. I have no idea what it is.
I knew we shouldn't expect much from this cocky runt.
Oh, I see. So you not only admire your grandpa, but also have respect for me. Looks like your grandpa taught you well.
Admire? Respect? Taught me well? Who are you talking about, you little...
Please just ignore her, Master Enki.
It's all right. Do you recognize this, Ninsar?
You are the source of life. You fell from the heavens to the Memphis River. Your descent was meant for us and stirred ripples throughout the valley. At dawn, you rise in the sky. You exalt the day. You give nourishment to humanity, just as you give them life.
Spare us your mumbo-jumbo prayers.
I'm translating the text on this sphere. It's a hymn, an ancient ode from Memphis praising the sun. More specifically, it's a hymn written by the 18th monarch of Memphis, Akhenaton, in praise of Aten, the god of the sun. If I'm correct, this copper sphere you recovered from the Philistine Sea. It's the god of the sun for ancient Memphis.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, I start to understand why it looks a bit like the star simulator I made earlier. I see. So basically, this stuff is a magnetically confined fusion reactor. Huh? Tokamak? What is that?
Just as we suspected, Eri.
I had a feeling it might be something like that, but I didn't think it would be an actual nuclear explosion. No wonder it obliterates everything. Why are you so surprised? Even the real sun is just a massive fusion reactor. Because of the beacons. The beacons, of course! They're all anomalies created by beacons. And there's more than one beacon in this world. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them happened to fall in ancient Memphis. It's not really a god. At least, not in the grand universal sense.
The idea of God originally came from ignorance. Ancient people did not understand the unknown and could not control it, hence they revered it as gods. It has nothing to do with rituals, worship, sacrifices, fear, obedience, or faith. It is just a collective term for things beyond human knowledge. And any phenomenon caused by these things beyond human knowledge is called an anomaly.
Any highly advanced technology might seem like magic at first. But once you unveil the mystery, you'll realize that it's just boring stuff. But come to think of it, for early humans, the sun was a celestial body that brought life to everything. For present humans, the sun is a star that constantly produces nuclear fusion inside. Worshipping the sun for humans is like worshipping farming and production. So, if one can harness the power of nuclear fusion, they essentially harness the sun itself. Even if we keep calling this copper sphere the god of the sun, it's not entirely wrong.
I think you're overcomplicating things. Let me simplify it for you. Imagine you throw a light bulb into an ant nest, and the ants start worshipping it as if it's a god or something. Now, imagine that copper sphere as something left on Earth by some powerful alien, then discovered by a bunch of monkeys who end up worshipping it like a god.
Well, that's one way to look at it. Anyway, if there's a command that can control the copper sphere, it probably wouldn't be in the language of Memphis, or any human language. It is obvious that this sphere was created by someone else. Let's call them gods for now. Naturally, those creators used the language of the gods, or a language completely alien to human understanding, to command their creations.
Interesting. Now that's interesting. A vulgar language even fools can understand. I mean, the complete language. I didn't complete it when I ventured down the path of no return. Now, if there's a language that commands gods, then I should definitely include it in the complete language. Even gods should be able to understand the complete language. While I continue my journey, I'll help you study the sphere and this so-called language of gods to figure out the command you're looking for.
How long do you think it will take, Master Enki?
3 years should be enough. Since you can travel through time, meet me in this sector 3 years from now. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see what surprises you will bring.
That's it? Feels like nothing really happened at all. Like always. What did you do exactly? Do you have the slightest idea who you're talking to? Never mind. Report in, Zero.
Working on it. Something seems to have appeared on the desk.
Hey, fools! If you're actually reading this note, congrats! You've made it to the world 3 years later. Praise me, Master Enki, the great god of wisdom! I've sifted through all the documents I could find and translated everything about this copper ball into modern language. P.S. I was thinking of writing the conclusion of a vulgar language even fools can understand crossed out in the complete language, but Ninsar said you probably won't get it, so I gave up on the idea. Seems like the complete language is still too advanced for humans. Well, the stupidity of idiots never ceases to amaze me. I've stored most of the documents in the library, planning to show it off to you. But then I realize it's not worth showing off at all. Displaying knowledge that even morons can comprehend is just plain boring. And who knows if you'll even find that sector after 3 years, so I just tossed it somewhere along the way. Anyway, there are 5 documents in total. If you guys don't have anything better to do, look out for them. Let's get back on track. I'm holed up in the conference room because of some emergencies. I've hidden the access to the conference room in the Hall of Keys. Grab it first and then come find me. I left some markings on the path to the Hall of Keys, so keep your eyes peeled for them. What kind of markings, you ask? Well, the kind only a genius like me can create. Don't bother looking for me if you can't even recognize them. After all, communicating with a dimwit would just bring me down to their level.
If I catch that pesky brat, I'll give him a beating he won't forget. I see. Those mortals attempted to list all the instructions of the gods through the method of exhaustion. That was their secret to deciphering the language of gods. Let's forget for a moment how absurd it was for them to treat a brass ball as their god in this case. Human ambition is only admirable in moments like these. Why is this area in shambles? Is it abandoned?
The fire is burning. The fire is burning. Forgive all sins.
That must be the marking Master Enki left behind. Let's follow it. This must be the library Master Enki mentioned in his note. We should keep an eye out for the documents that Master Enki mentioned.
The fire is burning. It seems most of those who knew the secrets of Akedaton were killed by the Pharaoh.
No wonder nothing related to Aten has survived to this day. Once people obtain great power, it's common for them to seek monopolization.
We have made it to the Hall of Keys. The access mentioned by Master Enki must be here. All things have names. Names wield power, shaping their existence and binding their essence. What do you think? Yes, a name. It can become a form of bondage, in a sense.
But it's intriguing how humans managed to control the anomaly. The people of Memphis were truly bold. Speaking of that, why isn't that annoying brat waiting for us where we agreed? Is he trying to hide from something? It seems there are only two fundamental units in the so-called language of gods. What do you think those units are?
I think I figured out the answer.
Me too. But let's keep the suspense for a last-minute revelation. This must be the end of a Kettaton.
The truth behind the Kettaton's downfall.
What? Why such a grave look on your face? Get used to it. Such is the underlying current of history. The truth of our world. It's too late to feel scared or find it absurd. What you're about to encounter? It's all part of these absurdities.
Forgive all sins.
Complete insight. The conference hall is just below. Let's keep moving.
Finally, we're almost at the conference room. Let's hope that runt has found the words to stop a 10 from blowing itself up, or I'll... Ugh.
Hey there, fools from 3 years ago! Since you've made it here, you must have found the instructions I left behind, right? Did you collect all 5 documents? Not bad. Even fools can gain wisdom through learning. Well, in any case, I gathered a lot of documents from the Memphian era and studied the light bulb thrown into the ant's nest. Huh? Aren't we talking about the copper sphere you showed me earlier? Aren't you looking for a way to turn it off? Well, I managed to decipher the language of its creator. It was a piece of cake, really. But honestly, when I found the answer, I was a bit disappointed. As I thought, those ancient people were just stupid. The language they revered as divine turned out to be so simple. Well, let me start from the beginning. Thousands of years ago, there was another beacon in Memphis, and it created an anomaly that enveloped the entire city of Akedaton, turning it into perpetual night. The only source of light at Akedaton was a metallic sphere that emanated light and heat non-stop, just like the sun. Amenhotep, the 18th monarch of Memphis, honored it as the god of the sun. He named it Aten and changed his own name to Akedaton, which means the soul of Aten. The so-called language of the gods recorded in the ancient Memphis documents can be easily understood by any math professor in our time, and even more so in your time. If you've been to school, you should understand its true nature. In the Memphian language, Aten is referred to Aten, where A stands for 0 and Ten stands for 1. In their literature, all prayers related to Aten consist of only these 2 syllables. Seriously, it's getting tiresome explaining something as simple as a language with 2 elements. What's it called again? Precisely. The language of the god? It's binary! It's funny how millions of people worship the god of the sun, trying to please it with their prayers. But in reality, the god was waiting for them to give it commands. It responded not because it was happy, but because they happened to stumble upon the correct code. I've delved into your era over the past 3 years, of course, mostly with information provided by Ninsar. It makes me laugh whenever I think about Akhenaten's capital city. It must have been like a keyboard, with each prayer being a key. Countless people spent decades typing away, finally stumbling upon a few valid commands, which they carefully transcribed and preserved as oracles. They could have commanded the sun to rise, yet they knelt to pray to it. Is there anything more stupid than that? And to think that the prayers from thousands of years ago eventually became the cornerstone of human civilization. That's the greatest joke ever! Tragically, Pharaoh Akhenaton accidentally stumbled upon the last command, which turned out to be the self-destruction command for that copper sphere. So, yeah. Akhenaton got completely wiped out by the god's anger. That's the whole story of Akhenaton and Aten. I thought it'd take me 3 years to uncover the secrets of this language of the gods. Turns out, it only took me 3 days. No, at most 3 hours. About that, well, you know. Let's not dwell on that for now.
Don't try to change the subject, you little brat!
Speaking of which, Master Anki, where's Lady Ninsar?
Oh, right! Since I've given you so much information, it's time for a little favor in return. You've gotta help me before I tell you the divine command to stop the sphere. Fair deal, right? That's the attitude. Actually, not long after we parted ways with you, I had an argument with Ninsar, and that's why I'm hiding out here. She's probably furious with me right now.
What did you do?
Well, I didn't really do anything. Here's the deal. Ninsar has a grumpy cat. So, I made a cat's cradle to keep it from bothering Ninsar ever again. Once you place the cat inside, it won't need to eat, drink, or defecate, and it won't shed hair. It'll just sleep peacefully all the time. Why are you talking such nonsense too? It's a cradle! A cradle! Just a regular old cradle to make the cat sleep peacefully.
And what happened then, Master Anki?
Making a questionable device wouldn't make your sister that mad, right?
Well, the thing is, I made that cradle using a clock she had restored. Come on, it's not that big a deal, right? Why would she be so angry?
Master Anki, with all due respect, you really brought this upon yourself.
Is it really that bad? Hey, you! Is it seriously that bad? Ugh. She was furious when she found out. She even tried to stuff me in that cradle. I managed to run away and ended up completely separated from her. Anyway, Please help me out. I have no clue how to calm her down this time.